What's up, y'all? Tis your boy Dreaded Don here today. Today, man, we just speaking about the death. The death of Xbox, man. I mean, you know it. Xbox gave up, console's done, it's finished. Finito. Done. That's the video. That's it. That's all you came. That's what you came here for, right? Alright, we're done. I'll just play. I'll just play. Anyways, man, listen. The best way to say it is I see Xbox is forfeiting the console war right now, man. If you understand and just think about the strategy that they're moving forward with, man, Xbox is moving towards the digital era of gaming. They're looking to make Xbox as accessible to the modern gamer as possible. That means the dad that has an 8-hour job coming home to just play for 2 hours. That means the dedicated hardcore gamer who has 12 hours a day to play. That means just the average person, maybe who just got, a couple 4 or 5 hours. The teen that just got done home from school. Anybody, that's what they're trying to make it accessible to, right? And if you have had the chance to actually play Game Pass or go through Game Pass, or if you even have a chance of playing Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, and you compare them comparatively to both, you get your bang for your buck on the Game Pass, bro. You get everything you want. You get day one exclusives. You get a bunch of the indie games that sometimes you don't ever get to put your hands on because you don't have any access to them on either PC or PlayStation if you don't have either of them. If you really think about what game like Xbox is doing and Microsoft is taking their steps forward, man. Ooh, it's phenomenal. Listen. If you stuck around past the intro, we listen. I'm gonna get into it, okay? Because I was thinking about this, right? And listen, I gotta let you guys know, I'm not a gaming journalist. I'm not crazy. I've just done a little bit of research, done a little bit of, a little browsing, did a little bit of something, right? And if you're with me and you're here and you understand this video, hey, let's have a discussion about it. And that's what it's here for, right? That's what I'm here to do. Anyways, point being, what I'm trying to say, right, is Xbox is going to take Game Pass and make it the most streamlined, accessible way to get your hands on a large catalog of games, right? And PlayStation is going to take the void that Xbox is dropping out of having their console being, console wars, Xbox versus PlayStation. PlayStation going to take the primary holder of being the home gaming console. It's going to be accessible to gamers, and gamers are going to want to go ahead and get the PlayStation. Like, if you are a dedicated gamer, you're looking to game out with your homeboys or your friends, you're trying to play with, like a good group, and you're trying to make sure you have a console to play games on, you're gonna go out and buy the PlayStation. That's what's gonna happen in the next 10, I see it in the next 10 to 15 years. The PlayStation is gonna dominate the home gaming console, whereas Xbox is gonna be what you play all of your games going on. You go on vacation, you're not about to bring a $500 console to come to go play in Boca, go Cali, go see your cousins. You're not about to do that. I don't care what type of gamer you are and how much money you have to play games. There's no way you're gonna just bring your PS5 with all of your gaming data. If you play 2K, boy, you're playing that for 300 hours. You know what I mean? Elden Ring, 500. Monster Hunter. You know what I mean? We're spending hours in these games. Even if you're just an average gamer, if 2K is your game, you know what I mean? If you pick up an indie game with your kids, you want to maybe play like It Takes Two with your wife. It doesn't matter any type of game. You're not going to want to bring your PS5 out to play games when you go on vacation. And Xbox is going to fill that void because you can play Game Pass on almost anything right now, man. iPhone, VR, iPad, Android phone. They're looking at make it even accessible to be able to play it on TVs. They're putting majority of their investments into that. And they're shifting, like, again, I can understand people like, yeah, man, they're losing. Of course they're losing the console wars. But they're making a huge shift. Game Pass is about to be their primary focus. Digital gaming, streaming gaming, that's the way they're going to move. And I think it's going to be so good for them because if you think about the way PlayStation has been handling their services, right? They've been focused on pushing out live services that no one likes. Concord, trash. You know what I mean? Try to get a Horizon multiplayer. You know what I mean? Last of Us, we can bring back the Last of Us. I'm not mad at the Last of Us multiplayer. You can bring that back. But if you don't, it's like, why announce it? You know what I mean? Trying to make a God of War live service. Like, PlayStation was making such poor decisions in terms of bringing games that people are going to want to play for a long amount of time, or not even a long amount of time, just for a period of time throughout the year. Yeah, man, we're going to get these exclusive games day one. Like, we're not day one, but we're going to get these exclusive games, of course. You're going to get God of War, Spider-Man. What happened to those? They came to PC. They're going to come to PC and they're going to come to Xbox. Just why? It's the exact same reason why Microsoft is willing to share God of War and Halo right now with PlayStation. They're like, hey, let's spread the wealth. We're going to be on all platforms anyways. Their current strategy is to spread out with the way everybody is monopolizing. They just bought Activision. Because they bought Activision, they're raking in the dough having it on PlayStation. Not only that, they have it on Game Pass, bro. Yeah, you can just go get it. What was it? I think Game Pass is like $7.99 right now, $14.99. I can't remember. I haven't paid attention to how much I paid for Game Pass in so long. But that's the thing. I just have it in the background. Game Pass has become one of those subscriptions that you just have. And some people will be like, you can't compare it to Netflix. You can't compare it to Hulu. Well, why couldn't I? Honestly, I rarely ever am watching TV. You know, you see I got Bob's Burgers in the back. But I rarely am watching TV. Majority of the time, I'm just perusing through different games I want to play. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play them all, but I like to just peruse through the catalog the same way I would if I was on Netflix or Hulu looking for a new movie, a new show to watch. And once you binge watch that show for that week, that month, maybe, yeah, dude, I'm done. I binge watch Shogun in the night, just the same way I can binge watch Shogun in the night. There's plenty of gamers out there and dads and people who don't have the time to play games. Like, man, I got 8 hours, day off, weekend. We're going hard. They'll beat God of War that weekend. Because they know they can't have the time to play it throughout the year. They'll beat it that weekend. And if they don't, then like, okay, well, that's my game coming back to. And that's the benefit of having Game Pass. You know what I mean? Whereas PlayStation Plus, yeah, you may have the PlayStation Plus games in a month, and you have the PlayStation Plus Extra. But that's if you're willing to pay for the extra. And sometimes the games on PlayStation Plus aren't even cash money like that, man. They're not even up to standards. I would rather have Game Pass any day of the week, man. And again, that's why I gotta emphasize it. That's why Xbox is forfeiting the console wars. And going forward, that's probably what they're gonna be doing. I expect them to maybe drop in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe drop one more console. Because, you know, they got to compete with the PlayStation Pro, right? And so they maybe drop one more console. But if you think about it, Series S. Yeah, the Series S, bro. Not the Series X, the Series S. Still going, it's not you guys, it's me. Anyways, Series S is still going crazy, bro. It's going bananas. And like, you could be like, oh, well, I'm not using it often. But if you think about the price tag, think about the power, how the system itself and what it's able to produce. It can still, if you played Indie Jones, still substantial, still popping. It still gets, it's not going crazy, but it's something. You know what I mean? And it's not, of course, they're not going to be able to push the same graphics that a PlayStation Pro does, but you got to understand it's not the same thing as a PlayStation Pro. That's what the Series X is. You know what I mean? And that's a higher price, but that's not for everybody. Again, that's the dedicated gaming console. And if you're going to go ahead and get a dedicated gaming console, why not just go ahead and pick up the Pro, right? But now, if you're looking not for a dedicated gaming console, but something maybe you want to take on travel with you, right? Maybe you want to give something for your kids, but you don't want to spend $570, $500 for the console, you know, plus some tax, maybe $600. You know what I mean? $70, maybe $140, you know, $150 for 2 games, God of War, Spider-Man, and then plus you got to get the PlayStation Plus. You just dropped $800. I used to work GameStops, you know, I understand a little bit, but you just dropped $800 on a console that you're gonna give to maybe your kids, maybe to play with your family, maybe to just for you to play solo for a couple hours. Maybe you got any type of reason. I'm saying for like the people who don't have a lot of time to, or dedicated gamers. You're gonna get this type of console, and what? You're gonna let it sit on your entertainment system? For what reason? With 2 games on it? And that's the reason it's gonna run. Sit there on a console system because you only got 2 games on it. But you pick up the Xbox Series S for what? $250? You know what I mean? Get Game Pass for another $10-15. Get Game Pass for another $10-15, and you're stacked with 441 games, I think, if I'm correct. I haven't looked at it for a little bit because I've been playing WoW. Anyways, point being is that you got that many games for you and your family to just chill out and play, and it's such an enjoyment. Point being, all I had to say, man, is Xbox is forfeiting the console wars for sure, but that does not mean they're out of the gaming race. They're just making an evolution in a different way. They're taking a different track. They're like, hey, I see this race we've been running for a while. Man, your car is spec'd out, and I'm not going to be able to keep up with that. But because I'm not going to be able to keep up, I think I want to run on this other track. I might put on a couple more wheels. We might run in a little different direction. We'll be running the same race, but it's going to be in a different direction. So I think the way people are taking Xbox in the direction they're moving forward in, I think they're taking it a little bit too negative. Honestly, if you really think about it, it's beneficial in the way for all of us consumers and us gamers, man. Because we just get more platforms to enjoy a wider category of games. We get all these indie games. We get day one exclusives on Game Pass. We get these amazing hardcore gaming titles for the PlayStation. Then PC picks it all up at the end of the day. It's beautiful. Chef's kiss all day. So all I gotta say is, man, it's hard to be mad at that. If you have any thoughts on the matter, and of course, I'm not mad at any of your thoughts, but let's discuss it. Let's conversate. Leave them down in the comments below. And as always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. But as always, sub for more info. But I'll catch you guys on the horizon. Deuces.